The year's 2020. My voice is kind of muffled as fuck, but I still insist on making It's on Fleek a thing that stays. So I'm a pathetic, Cheeto-handed basement dweller. But that aside, the year 2020 has also allowed us to be fucking ninjas on the prowl out there.
That's true.
There was a point in time where wearing a bandana into a store would be like, sir, you need to leave right now.
Yeah, no shit.
But now you can just walk in all Bandido style and people are like, all right, cool, man. Where's the cool one with the dinosaur fucking teeth in front? We got it now 3. You want one?
Mine just got snouts.
Yeah, yours is like a disease rag. So look, man.
Still sick, by the way.
The thing is that Corona is on everybody's mind because it's obstructing the way of life. It's just the way it is. It's the circumstance right now. This thing is causing society to come to a fucking dead halt. So, being me, I like to be a law-abiding citizen, mainly because one time I broke the law and it sucked, reaping the consequences. So I stay indoors, man. You know what I'm saying? I haven't gone out in a month. It sucks. I haven't seen a dear friend of mine in a while. This stinks. And everybody's got their own thing. They want to go out there and do something, anything. Some of them are just willing to fucking go out there and have cough on each other parties just to have a fun time.
I would take just not being sick at this point.
Yeah, you've been unstoppably sick.
It's not good. Shat myself yesterday, so that was fun.
Yeah, that's the best part of it. Right? So anyway, look, man. This fucking scenario is really fucking putting a damper on everybody's parade.
Mm-hmm.
But the other day, I was like, you know what, man? I'm still hearing the news, people going out there to work in droves, and on top of that, just going to places in droves. So fuck it, I'm going to go out, and I'm going to look for something in Walmart, which is one of the few places that is open, allowed to be open. And so I broke my self-imposed law-abidingness by saying, I'm just going to go to Walmart for a frivolous pursuit. And that frivolous pursuit was, I wanted to find Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich on Blu-ray because, as I recalled, they had it super cheap and nobody was buying it. So I was like, I'm going to go buy it. And then, that's it. That's all I wanted. I didn't want anything more. So anyway, I fucking head to this place. It is abnormally full, but not to the normal levels that it is. So whenever I drive up, I go in, the whole endeavor. There's stickers on the floor now with stay 6 feet apart, and there's somebody at the door letting you in sometimes and sometimes not, whatever. I managed to go in. The first thing I notice is that, and don't get me wrong, I don't give a fuck personally, but here are people walking around with gloves and shit and fucking bandanas and their breathing masks, but they're the ones right next to me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If I dies, I dies. I'm not saying I'm brazenly welcoming death here. I'm just saying if it happens, it happens. But they're the ones with the masks and the gloves and shit, and they're all all in my grill, and I'm like, what is this? I'm all for you keeping away from me just in general. But then these motherfuckers are like, here's me in a hazmat suit. This is my chance to mosh with this motherfucker. I'm like, what is this? So anyway, I go in and I make a beeline for the movies because I'm me, and I would rather watch a movie than eat. So anyway, I go to the fucking movies, man, and it's empty. Because technically some Walmarts are imposing, or all of them should be, according to what Walmart has been doing, restrictions on where you should be in the store. Now, the one we're at here locally is not doing it. You can pretty much go anywhere. It's just that these places are usually empty because people are going to get essentials, right, as they should, given what's going on and according to them, what they worry about. So anyway, I go to the movies. It's fucking empty. I'm looking for this movie. It's not there. So I just browse around for a little bit, right? And I'm in this particular section that's I don't know, maybe a 15-foot stretch of a wall of movies. And I'm just looking at the back of a Blu-ray, reading it, right? And, when you see people in your peripheral vision, I see this cart come up right next to me. And it's a woman, and her weird kind of demon looking kid. And by that I mean he looked like a fucking troglodyte. He even had a like one, you know, those the big sucker pops with a twirl.
Oh,
He had one of those.
Do you have a propeller hat and overalls?
No, he literally looked like a fucking cave dweller, like a brow, you know, big ass brow, and he did have a bow tie, but not like a suit to go with a bow tie. It was just one of those elastic bands with a bow tie on it. I don't know why, dude. It was red and glittery.
Damn.
But anyway, this kid, hideous big browed kid with a massive fucking twirl pop, is like sitting there looking at me, and I could see him in my peripheral, and you know his mom beyond him, and they're in the car. He's in the car, and you know she's there, and I'm like, this is a thing, right? So anyway, I'm fucking reading.
Should've gone, ah.
Well, kinda. So I'm like this, right? And I'm like, all right. But then there's like a lingering, you know, like they're still there after about, I don't know, 10 seconds. 10 seconds is a lot.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, in social situations, you want somebody just staring at you for 10 seconds. But anyway, I'm like this, and I'm like, what is this? You know, I'm thinking to myself, what is this? And it goes on, dude. And then I hear her, the woman go, thankfully not the fucking kid. That would have been disgusting. Anyway, I hear the woman go, excuse me. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, did this woman just say excuse me? Now, why did I ask that? Because I'm literally in an empty ass area. There's like approximately 4 me's behind me, as in space wise, to the middle island. This woman can pass along with an 18-wheeler if she wanted to. So why is she saying excuse me? But then I'm thinking, she's probably going to ask something about a movie or something. There's no way she thinks I work there because I'm dressed like a heathen. So, you know.
You were actually dressed this time?
No, it was gross. I was wearing just shorts, and they were clear.
Plastic short shipment came in?
Plorts. Buy them now. Anyway, so I'm there in my plorts, and she goes, excuse me. But, you know, the way she said it gave me the bad impression.
Yeah, like douchey kind of.
There was a little toot in there.
It was like a little Vicky Guerrero-y.
Yeah, but I'm hoping she's going to ask some shit about movie or something, right? And I ignore it, though. And then she goes, excuse me. And now it's like 100%. Like, there's something there in the way she said it. So I goes, as you and I are wont to do, yeah, right? Yeah. Because you got to imitate Danny DeVito when you're out in the real world. It's just how it works. So, she's like, excuse me. And then she kind of gives me this, like, wide-eyed, what the fuck? Kid stops licking its hideous pop.
The pop is hideous now, dude.
The pop was all, you know, it was those multicolored ones, and he had licked it so much in one space that it was like an eye of Sauron staring at me. Anyway, I'm like, huh? And she goes, can you move? And I'm already, this type of shit just hits me the wrong way, man.
Yeah, dude.
Already I'm like, in my mind you, at this point, I'm like, what? Is this happening? Is this like a thing that just happened? Like, I can't even fathom this event. And I don't mean fathom events, not a sponsor. I mean, I just couldn't fathom this event. Yeah. I was like, what the and I go, what? And she goes, can you move? And I'm like, no. You know, I'm like in awe of what the fuck's going on here. And she goes, you need to be 6 feet away from me. And I'm like, now it's hit me. Now I've digested this. Now I'm ready to excrete. So I says to her, I says, can you move? And she goes, excuse me? Like, if I fucking said something wrong. And I'm like, what is this? Like, you and your hideous kid roll up on me and you're telling me to move. And she goes, oh my God. And she goes, excuse me. And she calls one of the workers that's there attending the cash register. And he comes over because there's nobody fucking there, mind you. And she's like, can we get a manager here? This man won't move away from me. He's not doing social distancing. And I'm like, look, dude, go ahead and call whoever the fuck you need to call. This bitch rolls up to me in her shit ass cart with her shit ass kid, and she tells me to move when there's like 1,000 fucking miles between us that she could easily fucking roll past.
And there's like different lanes you can go
Yes.
down too. You don't have to go down that lane.
Now you might argue she wanted to specifically to be in the section that I was in which case I counter with this: fucking wait,
or ask,
or
like,
or fucking
that?
ask a human being like, can I get to that? Yeah, cool, man. I don't give a shit. I'll respect what you want, but don't fucking roll up on me in your shitty ass cart with your shitty dirty kid.
He's dirty.
And tell me, he was all gross, on the kind of the pop.
Sticky.
Yeah. All like blue and red and
Oh,
shit.
sick.
Yeah, it's not good.
This kid is.
I wanted to punt the kid. Just say that.
God damn.
As shitty as the mom was, the kid was really pissing me off. Anyway, so I'm like, what is this, right? So anyway, she's like, I need to speak to a manager, and she's like, ma'am, well, is there something we can get for you? And I said, look, dude. Oh, the reason he has that is I was like, look, dude, I'm not gonna move from here, specifically because she wants me to. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm staying right here. If you want to get somebody, so he's like, well, ma'am, if we want, we can. So anyway, long story short, they call a manager down, and one of those, not the security guards, but the loss prevention guys. That's what it was. Anyway, they come down or out. I don't know where they're at, but anyway, they come to our vicinity, and she goes on this rant in her version of the events.
Oh God!
In her fucking version of the stank events. I have intruded upon her space. And I'm like, are you neglecting the fucking fact that you're the one that walked up to me? And mind you, she mentioned that part.
Mm-hmm.
But she's insistent that I am the one breaching her zone.
Is that?
And so anyway, the fucking obvious elephant in the room here is that she's an idiot. And there's no way to argue yourself out of idiocy. And I knew I had won this battle because the look on the manager's face said it all. And the look was, 1, your kid's ugly. And 2, what? Are you fucking serious? So he says, ma'am, you're going to have to wait until he moves. That's it. And he walked away. And then the worker that was working there was kind of lingering for a few seconds. Then he walked away. Then loss prevention guys is just standing there, and he's like, yep. And he walks away. And now I'm left with his broad, and she huffs and she puffs. And she backs away, muttering under her breath all kinds of obscenities and such towards me. And I make it a fucking point, even though I have no business there anymore, I have no reason to be there, to waste another hour of my life standing in place.
God damn it.
As she continuously hovers by, back and forth, waiting for me to leave. And I just made it a fucking point to stand there. And I'm proud of it, damn it.
Why the hell did she want you to move?
I don't even fucking know. Look, I perused the exact section that I was at. And all there was the anime shit. And mind you, this woman's like, she had to have been, I don't know, mid-30s. So maybe she likes anime, but she doesn't look like it. And she looks like she likes, I don't know, cavemen, because her kid looks like one. Yeah. But the point is...
Grok was his dad.
Yeah, she's all about that Ron Perlman, man. Yeah. Shit. I mean, to be fair, it's Ron.
Yeah,
but
it's hideous, but look, I'm totally bang.
It's no Clint Howard, though, like that kid was.
Damn,
but anyway, look, I don't know what in this section was so important to her. Really, I can't say that anything was, because she wasn't even at an angle when she was next to me to see what was there. Unless she pre-knew what was there. I don't know what the fuck her deal was, man. And if she wanted to get through... She could have just gone around me in the multitude of avenues and or like the 5,000 gazillion leagues between me and the display behind me. So it had to have been that section she wanted to get to. Reason, I don't fucking know.
But she could have just asked you like, hey, can you give me that?
Anything but what she did.
Yeah, anything but that.
Anyway.
Does that.
I venture to say that even though I wasted an hour of my life, literally standing, by the way, holding in a pee that I had to really unleash.
That was poop?
No poop. I would have shit. I may have just pooped there too.
Damn.
Sometimes I can do shit like that and then regret it later, and I'll still be proud of it because this bitch was like, "What is this?
Yeah.
Why is this?" Anyway, after
your entire life goal is to inconvenience her now.
Yeah, she made it my purpose of living even.
Yeah.
So anyway, this one fucking time I venture out, I happen to meet a complete moron, and it made me regret going out. So I'm like, fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's it, man.
That's a weird way of saying moron. Moron.
I hated it, man. I hated everything about this. I hated her kid.
Yeah.
I hate
the kid without even having seen him.
Dude, you should have seen this kid. It's bad.
I hate that kid.
You know what? You know the baby dinosaur in Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Imagine that, only with less cherubesque cheeks. The brow though was there, dude. The brow and then stringy hair like is it Beavis or Butthead? The one with the stringy hair. Like that weird kind of like you can see their scalp, but it's somehow combed back, but it's not hair. That kind of hair with a huge brow, and like not the cherubesque cheeks, but like the pointed Jay Leno chin, and then this huge lollipop just floating by its fucking head,
and a bow tie.
Yeah, and dude, the bow tie, dude. You know which bow ties I'm talking about? It's just a fucking elastic. Yeah. It was one of those. And in case you're wondering, his shirt, this kid, I don't know, man. Maybe he was like a year, maybe two. Those baby white shirts?
Yeah.
They're just white plain shirts.
Yeah.
He was wearing one of those while sucking on one of these pops.
So it was all red and shit.
Yeah, it was all fucking gross.
Ah, dude.
Yeah. And then by the way, the kid has no pants. Sitting in this thing.
You're literally, hold on. You're making a big deal about being 6 foot away from someone, but you're literally carting around a germ, a living freaking bacteria sponge
in a fucking cart which has been touched by a grillion people.
Yes.
Anyway, and you're wearing gloves, which you're touching everything with, touching your kid. And technically, even though you walked up to me, your kid is closer to me than you by default of where he is, or it is in this case. So really, you're a complete fucking moron because shit. Anyway, this is what we're facing here, man. I get it. You want to be safe. That's one thing. You want to be a complete fucking turd. That's another thing. And this woman was #mega turd.
At this point, I feel like we should just hit the Walmarts for the stories, man. I got the hag tale. You got this tale.
There's probably a lot of stories to be told, man. There's some weird, crazy people out there right now.
It's not good.
Weird, crazy fucks.
Yep.
Anyway, have you encountered somebody out in the wilds now? As we slowly descend into post-apocalyptic Mad Max levels of business.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us know if you have. In the meantime, hit like, share, subscribe.